All right, so I found evil. It exists out there in the world. Obviously, it's not some nebulous thing that floats around, but I have found evil being exhibited by a bunch of different people. I have several videos here to share with you that you're definitely going to want to see, that just drives home how disgusting people can be. You're going to want to stick around until the end because I saved the most horrifying ones for the end. Whew. So we're just going to ease into this. We're just easing in right now. And before we do, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you're still subscribed. YouTube does unsubscribe people, so be on top of that. You can find me over on Rumble and Twitter. Now let's dive into this first video here.
Before we got married, me and my husband were having a conversation about whether or not I was going to take his name. And I was basically like, no, thank you. I like my name. It's been my name my entire life, and I'm rather attached to it, so I'm going to keep it. And he was like, yeah, okay, sounds good, no problem. But what if we have kids? Like, whose last name are they going to take? And I was like, well, if I am pregnant with them and I birth them and they come out of me, then they will be taking my name. And he was like, makes sense. No further questions. Got it. And I was like, and if you ever in the future find yourself feeling left out and you want to share our name, then you can adopt my last name. And he was like, I will consider that. And after that conversation, I was like, yeah, this is definitely a man that I would marry. And I did. I did marry that man. And I was thinking about it, how enlightening that conversation was. And I recommend trying it out with your partner, because if you're dating a man and you're trying to suss out whether or not he's kind, compassionate, and empathetic, because it's really hard to tell. They're very sneaky. Even if you plan on adopting your partner's name, like that doesn't bother you, you want to, I still recommend having this conversation because...
Tell my family I love them. They may be hard to find because my wife kept her last name and she made the kids take it too, so I don't know, you can go...
Yeah, so in other words, you're evil. You want to erase tradition that has led to the successful expansion of the human race to the point where we have a space program. We've gone into outer space. Something, as far as we know, no other species has done in the entire history of the universe. I would say, if you're going to be with a woman who doesn't want to take your name, men, don't be with her. If you're going to get married, I wouldn't get married, obviously. But this is one of these women who thinks that the world revolves around her. She's not worth the time and trouble of getting married to. She's not worth the time and trouble of spending any time with. I would definitely not engage with her at all. She wants to erase you from the family. This is just another way of doing it. And these are the same women that screech as the Handmaid's Tale every time we try to implement a traditional custom. Anyway, like I said, I'm easing you in, so we'll move on.
What's your age?
21.
What's the most unattractive thing in a man?
If they're here,
But you're here too.
I'm here to have a good time. They're here to fuck bitches.
And you're not here looking for dick?
Nope. I'm just here to have a good time.
So if you met an attractive man and y'all had a good conversation...
Black bitches in the way. Hey, we're ready. What's the questions?
What's your name?
I'm Key.
And you?
I'm ready.
Why do you think it's appropriate to just run up in our interview mid-conversation?
I ain't gonna lie, they white and I don't give a fuck. I'll pay for me.
Are you just looking for...
There you go. I don't give an F, they white. What else did she say? Let's see here.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'll pay for me.
Are you just looking for attention?
I'm here for me. And also, look at these humongous pieces of garbage here. Holy crap. They're going to say some pretty crazy stuff as we move through this video here. Watch.
No, never. I never gave a fuck.
We want to be funny. Come for the video.
But if I'm in the middle of a conversation with two people...
I'm sorry, y'all. He feel disrespect. I'm
You have a problem with it? What? So what's the problem now? What's the problem now?
I mean,
we're girls.
what do you think the men watching this are going to think about you two?
Eat my dick.
Hey, everybody loves a hoe. I never seen a hoe get turned down or a hoe not wife. So.
Yeah. Okay, so you're a hoe, and nobody's running up on you. Nobody is giving you the time of day, I'm sure, and nobody wants to wife you up. I can guarantee you that. Nobody's wifing you up at all, and nobody ever will. And you have an attitude, and I'm really sick of the American woman attitude. I'm really sick and tired of it. Women who just think that they're better than men in general. And in this case, these women think that they're better than anybody who is white. It's ridiculous. Moving on.
Do you know what Islam means? Invitation to surrender, learn, and achieve meaning. Oh my God. Wow.
Okay, so stupidity can be evil as well, and this woman is an idiot. I don't know if this is some sort of skit that she's doing. Real Lily J. I have not looked her up on TikTok, but she made an acronym out of Islam. Good job. I can make one too. Idiots singing loudly and meaninglessly. The thing is Islam does not mean this. It does not mean invitation to surrender, learn, and achieve meaning. It means peace. And we know that it doesn't adhere to either peace nor this insane meaning that this woman has presented to us, because it's well known, well documented that when it comes to terry flaps,
My terry flaps in your mouth.
Islam is responsible for more terry flaps than any other group of people in history. This is not a secret. It's easy to find this information. This woman is delusional. Let me show you another clip here.
What happens, do you think, if you follow women's advice to your tribe?
Everything will fail.
Everything will fail.
Since women thinking by feelings, you know?
Now, this might be a skit as well. I mean, this might be put on. And furthermore, I could say, like, what does his culture have to show for the world? Not putting women in charge. We have women in charge in the United States, and look, we're a leading country in the world. Whereas his people don't hardly even make an impact on the world. So, but I'm going to go with his authority on this subject matter and say, look, they can understand this in tribal communities. Why can't we understand this in an advanced civilization like the United States? We can see what happens here in the United States, that our culture is crumbling. The country is falling apart. And you're going to end up with people like, oh, I don't know, ladies, Donald Trump. The reason Donald Trump got elected into office is because of women. Because of the mistreatment and the stupidity that women have wrought upon the country. And Donald Trump is the reaction to that. So if you don't like Donald Trump, it's your fault, ladies. And furthermore, every time they talk about Donald Trump taking the presidency, they claim it's going to be the Handmaid's Tale. But the reality is, the closest thing we have to the Handmaid's Tale in the world is Islam. In many countries, not every Islamic country subjugates women, but a lot of them do.
Hello? Girl, no way, my ex is in the hospital. Junior, we gotta go. Like right now, Junior, come on.
Fuck, no, I'm gonna take longer. You better start walking because there ain't nobody gonna take you.
Dude.
What?
It can't be him.
Well, next is gonna be you continuing to talk about him.
Truer words, my friend, have never been said to a woman. She wants to sit here and say, hey, boyfriend, take me to the hospital. My ex-boyfriend is in the hospital. No, that's not happening. If you have a relationship with your ex-boyfriend, okay, he better be a good distance away from you, or there better be a good reason for you to be, still in contact. But you're asking your boyfriend to take you to some guy that he doesn't know that used to bang you. You're an idiot.
I had a mentor tell me once, 1 is too close to none, and 2 is too close to 1. But he said 3 and you dead free. Ladies, let's walk.
Okay, so what do we see here? If you didn't watch this video, let me explain it to you. This man has 3 women. He's a black man. 2 of the women are white, and he has the white women on leashes. The white women are going along with this. Everything in this video is evil, what I can see. The other woman he has with him is a black woman, so she does not on a leash because, that would be, of course, discriminatory, I'm sure, in some way. But it's all these people who are against white people in general. He just wants to use these women to get his rocks off. Now, I don't know if this is a skit that they're putting on. Probably isn't. It's probably a real thing. These women are probably into it and into him. American women, just pull your heads out of your asses. Stop being so stupid about everything. So ridiculous. I mean, all a woman has to do is show up and be relatively attractive and be nice, and she's in. A man has to do all sorts of crazy stuff, like this guy here, putting you on a leash, and then he's put me on a leash. He knows what he wants. He's put me in my place. He must be an alpha male. Shut up. You want equality or don't you want equality? Make up your minds. So stupid.
Went on to say that you did not want your money going to immigrants who, quote, rape our kids and get priority, end quote. This offence is so serious that an immediate custodial sentence is unavoidable. Would you stand, please? The sentence that I pass has been reduced by 1/3 to reflect your guilty plea. The sentence is one of 20 months imprisonment.
So, England is cooked. Holy crap. They're arresting and imprisoning this man for, well, it was supposed to be 2.5 years. They reduced his sentence to 1 year and 8 months for saying things that are true about a group of people that he doesn't like because they are committing atrocities. Wow. Whew. I hope this never comes to the United States because this is so ridiculous. The only way I see England getting out of the situation that they're in is civil war. They need to just start fighting. That's all I can say, guys. Civil war for you.
This is supposed to be for black people. This is supposed to be for brown people. But these colors right here seem to be a little strange. And this goes into what's called a minor attracted person or youth attracted person pedophile flag. So I want to go over what these actual colors mean. Blue and light blue on this flag stands for attraction to infant boys. Okay? That's what this light blue is for. Okay? The pink stands for attraction to minor girls. That's what the pink is for. But then, the white. The white stands for attraction to virgin children that are virgins, that have never had any type of sex. So when you start to see these things, right, they went from just a rainbow, which initially was God's promise, and so all of these other things, you should start asking yourself why they want virgins, young girls, young boys, brown and black people to succumb to this overall flag. I want y'all to actually think about these things.
Yeah. So that's what the flag probably means. I wouldn't be surprised. I haven't done my own research on this other than I've heard this from other sources that the pink does refer to babies. He's saying the pink, the blue, and the white refers to children. Sick people out there. You want to say, oh yeah, everybody's accepted, and they want to get the maps in there. No, maps don't get to participate. Sorry, if that's who you are, you don't get to participate in that part of humanity.
So he came home and he was like, babe, I lost my job. I'm like, all right, cool. So a month later, like the bills, it was time for the bills or whatever, and I'm like, the bills due, babe, or whatever. And he was like, okay, I'm not working. And I'm just, in a month, like, it's all kind of hustles. You could have been doing something or whatever. So I told him, I said, look, if I pay these bills, are you going to pay me the money back? This man had the nerve to tell me, why should I pay my wife back for paying our bills? I told this man from day one, my money is my money, and his money is our money. Why should I spend my money paying the bills? Like, no, he should have paid me back. So that's when I decided, like, I can't be with this man no more.
Well, it sounds like that he got out of a bad situation, so good for him. But yeah, you're pure evil. If you're going to go into a partnership, marriage is a financial partnership. That's what it is. There's none of this. My money is my money and your money is our money. There's none of that. It's so ridiculous to think that you're going into a marriage and you're going to be a princess in that marriage. No, that's not how this works. If you're marrying a wealthy man, then great. He can afford to pay for everything. And now, if he loses his income, you might have to downsize. But if he's a wealthy man, he's going to have plenty to fall back on. So you won't have to worry about losing things. If you're marrying an average Joe, there's none of this. His money is my money. His money is our money. It's garbage. It's 50-50. That's how it is. If you want to work and have money, this is the price you have to pay, ladies. No, you're going to be evil. Okay, got it. Now, this one here, they put in footage from The Boys or something. So, aside from that, I saw this original, and we're going to watch this with the footage from The Boys here. It's going to be great.
I do not cook for my husband. I only cook for my children. My husband will be making his own breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Number 2, I do not help him pay any bills. So if he is short on the rent, on utilities, or anything like that, it is not my problem. I will not be helping him out. His job is to provide for his family, so I am not financially contributing to any of the bills. Number 3, I do not do his laundry. I have my own laundry and my children's laundry to do, so he could do his own. I won't help him put it away. I won't help him fold anything. Like, that's his responsibility. I've been crying all morning long. My husband told me that I needed to pack my stuff and get the fuck out the house. So I have my bag and I'm about to start packing. I literally have nowhere to go. So I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Cry me a river. I don't care. You want to be a disgusting human being, selfish, rude, irresponsible, unsupportive, pile of garbage, then you're not going to be happily married. You're not going to have the happily ever after. You have to be willing to compromise. You have to be willing to sacrifice for your partner. If you are not willing to do that, your partner is not going to stay with you. It's how it works. If you're not giving your partner what they need, you're not going to keep a partner. If you are being combative with your partner, you're not going to keep a partner. Okay? Good luck out there, ladies. Now, we're going to be moving on to these final 2. I had difficulty determining what order I was going to put these 2 in. It's hard to say which one is more evil, but I think I figured it out here. Let's go ahead and dive into these 2.
My husband is of kidney failure, and I've had the best news ever. His sons have taken a test to see if they're a match for Jeremy's kidneys, and they're not, which is amazing. But the reason they're not is because Jeremy's not actually their real dad.
I just had to pause it. Sorry. This woman is gloating about the fact that she had her husband raise children that were not his, unbeknownst to him. And now he's dying and needs those children to help him, but they can't because they're not his. I tell you guys, Nobody believes me when I say this. It's worse when women cheat. And this is exactly why.
Sorry, I'm no stranger to admit that I don't like my husband's children, so this is like the best news ever. My husband doesn't know yet, but I'm obviously going to go and tell him because I just love... He doesn't need to know, but this might finally get off. He might have a heart attack this time. For anyone that doesn't know, my husband's worth 30 million, so it's the money. It's none of yours now, Hugo, is it? Obviously, he doesn't have a kidney now, so he's definitely going to, like... This is the best news I've ever had in my life.
Disgusting, horrible, evil, evil, evil woman. Oh, man. Ooh, this person. If you can't look at the screen, there's a caption on the screen that says, "This saddens my heart," with a broken heart and 2 crying faces. But wow, this woman is so evil. Don't get married. I don't know what to tell you, man. Now, maybe this guy was an abuser. Maybe he was very abusive to her, neglectful, something. Different types of abuse, who knows? So maybe she's just like, yes, I'm finally free of this guy. And this is what he gets for all of his abuse. But we don't know that for sure. Now let's move on to the final video here.
You spent 5 years in prison for failing to pay child support for the defendant, Ms. Sears' son, Dylan. That's right. Mr. Manser, you are not
Oh, God.
his father.
5 years in prison.
You know who his father is.
Yes, I talk to him still.
She should be convicted of some crime.
No, I should not. I didn't. Mr. Manser.
Okay, so she said right there, if you missed it, because the music, of course, got in the way, but she says, "No, I should not."
No, I should not. I didn't. Mr. Manser.
I did nothing wrong. You took 5 years of this man's life. You took his money. You convinced him he had a child. And when he calls you out on that, you say you did nothing wrong. Oh, you fucking piece of shit. Holy crap. Wow, wow, wow. I am so glad I don't have children. I am so glad I don't have children. Do not have children, fellas. This is it. I mean, we are so cooked. The West is cooked. This is it. And there's no reason for you to go out there and have children with these evil, evil human beings. We call them, they're a fairer sex. Oh, they're so nice and kind. Oh, yeah. These women don't even think they did anything wrong. They don't even think they did anything wrong. They're gloating about killing a man just because they want to get his money. They are unable to accept the fact that they did something wrong when they sent a man to prison. And she knows that he was not the father, and she let him go to prison and says, "I did nothing wrong." Oh, just so freaking evil. So evil. All you want is a little bit of respect, companionship, intimacy in this world. You're willing to risk it all for this. Wow. These men didn't know that they were getting what they were getting into. But you do. Potential is there for these women to be this evil to you. Man, if you're going to do this, you're going to have to find a foreign woman. the West, the United States especially. Wow. Anyway, I hope you survived that because it was hard for me. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video.